Gender inequality remains a major concern among the world's population. 25 years after the Beijing Conference, several measures and initiatives to promote gender equality and the elimination of all forms of discrimination against women and girls have been undertaken within the member states of the United Nations. In Cameroon, considerable progress has been observed in various areas, which is reflected in the increasing participation of women in development processes. Since 1997, government's priorities and strategies have been translated into the implementation of the National Action Plan for the Empowerment of Women, inspired by the recommendations of the Beijing Conference. In 2004, Cameroon created the Ministry of Women's Empowerment and the Family, which sprouted from the pioneer Ministry of Women's and Social Affairs created in 1989. The ministry's missions include to ensure the elimination of all discrimination against women and the guarantee of equality between women and men in the political, economic, social, and cultural fields. In 2015, the government adopted its national gender policy for the implementation of the values of equality, equity, social justice, and good governance. Cameroon has elaborated and adopted several legal instruments like the Constitution, the Penal Code, the Labor Code, the Commercial Code, the Criminal Procedure Code, and the Electoral Code for the protection of the rights of women and girls. The application of these provisions extended to specific texts has made it possible for government to record progress in reducing gender inequalities while promoting the full participation of women. For example, the number of female parliamentarians has risen from 12.8% between 1982 and 1987 to 31.1% during the parliamentary period 2013 to 2018. The ratio of women in the Senate has improved slightly from 21% for the period 2013-2018 to 26% for the current term. At the local level, the percentage of women municipal councillors has increased significantly from 19.8% during the 2007-2012 mandate to 31.8% in the period 2013-2018. The percentage of women mayors for the same period has also witnessed an increase from 7.4% to 8.3%. Between 1997 and 2019, the proportion of women members of government increased from 7.3% to 16.4%. The gap between the number of men and women in electoral lists is narrowing over the time. The gap between the proportion of men and women registered to vote in 2007 was 30 points and in 2019 was 4 points. The number of women in politics has, however, remained very low. Indeed, of the more than 303 political parties legalized in Cameroon in 2016, less than 5% are led by women. The proportion of employed women increased from about 6% to 14% between 1995 and 2019, and the proportion of women entrepreneurs has increased from 32.6% in 2009 to 42.7% in 2018, while the rate of unemployment between 1996 and 2014 remained high amongst women compared to men, despite a general downward trend. The proportion of girls married before the age of 18 has decreased considerably from 47.2% in 2004 to 31% in 2014. While overall much progress has been made, it is clear that in some areas much remains to be done. For example, out of the 10 regional governors in Cameroon, there are no women. No woman has ever been Prime Minister, President of the Senate, or Speaker of the National Assembly. Access to land remains predominantly reserved for men. Women and girls are still disproportionately represented among the victims of violence, HIV and AIDS infection, school dropouts, indecent employment, and maternal deaths. In order to achieve gender equality as prescribed by Agenda 2030, Cameroon must redouble its efforts to improve the quality of access of girls and women to education, training and science, while strengthening advocacy and intensifying awareness raising for the promotion and protection of the rights of women and girls.